Good morning. Happy Election Day, Sonoma County. This is Angela Hart, reporter with the Press Democrat, and I'm here downtown Sebastopol. It's the morning commute, probably midway through the morning commute, and I am going to show you what the downtown bustling Sebastopol looks like this morning. We've got local races kicking off today for county supervisor, local city council races. Here you can see we've got local candidates. We've got candidates for Sonoma County Supervisor. Can I ask you, why are you supporting Noreen Evans in this election?
Yes, because I think that she'll represent the interests of the people in all of Sonoma County and protect the quality of our water, our forests, our ocean, the affordable housing, and I think that she'll really protect us from the effects of industrial vineyards and wine factories, which are really damaging our health.
Great, so, and how are you feeling this election day?
I feel really optimistic and positive.
Great, thank you so much. And here we've got a person supporting Linda Hopkins, the other candidate for 5th District Supervisor. And why are you supporting Linda Hopkins this day?
Well, I'm her stepfather.
Oh, you're a stepfather?
Besides her views, I've been up here a lot, so...
That's great, and what does your sign say? Restore the river. Great, wonderful.
Did a lot of trips to Bodega Bay and the river and all that good stuff. So.
Great. So we've got people standing downtown Sebastopol on different corners. Today's election day, but people have been voting really for weeks in Sonoma County and across the country. Although there is a bustle today, lots of people waving signs. We've got people on all four corners. Lots of horn honking. You can It's a little quiet right now, but there's little spurts of horn honking and spurts of cheers as the morning commute continues. People have been out here for probably an hour and a half. The dead heat, I guess, between two candidates for the 5th District Sonoma County Supervisor's race, Noreen Evans and Linda Hopkins. It's pretty palpable here today. There's signs on different businesses and different yards really boasting people's support for either candidate. It's a pretty contentious race. We've got an open seat, the only open seat on the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors, seat being vacated by Supervisor Efren Carrillo. He's held that seat for the past 8 years, and now we've got 2 women candidates vying for that seat. The first woman candidate, the first woman, no matter who wins, wins today or this week, who wins this election, it'll be the first woman who holds that seat in the history of Sonoma County. We're going to get ready to cross the street here in a minute and talk to some other supporters.
Hi. All right, I got to put it.
I guess we have to do this. You want to walk over to Friendly Joe's and see if you feel like instead of there? Do they have almond lattes? I'm sure they do.
We're here downtown Sebastopol talking to people who are supporting different candidates for Sonoma County Supervisor and for local city council races.
I voted in San Francisco already.
If you're going to be around, we'll just give you the pizza parlor.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
My name is Angela. I'm a reporter with the Press Democrat, and I'm just talking to people about why you're supporting different candidates. Why are you supporting Linda Hopkins this day?
You interviewed me yesterday.
Okay, can you tell me again?
And Maurice.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm supporting Linda Hopkins, but she's a fresh face. She's very intelligent, and she's a brainstormer, and is very approachable, and is fantastic in contact with the public. Loves to hear from people, loves original ideas, very creative thinker, out of the box mentality.
And how are you feeling about the turnout, the hustle and bustle of this election day?
That's what democracy is all about. If we don't participate, we lose it.
Great. And any thoughts on the national race?
Same thing. It's about time that people pay attention to what's going on, and maybe people are paying more attention this year than ever before.
Can I ask you who you voted for in the presidential race?
No.
You got it. You got it.
Thank you so much.
This is Angela Hart, reporter with the Press Democrat. I'm downtown Sebastopol. It's about the middle of the morning commute and talking to people who are really out waving signs, showing their support for different candidates for the Board of Supervisors, vying for the Board of Supervisors, for local council races. Street here again. Got a Noreen Evans supporter crossing the street with me. We've got a couple different supporters for each candidate coming up. We're going to ask a couple questions in a minute. Good morning, I'm Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat. Can I ask you why you're supporting Noreen Evans for the Board of Supervisors?
I don't know. I believe in her values.
Like what?
Like protecting the environment, protecting working people. Yeah.
Have you been active in previous races before?
Yes.
Which ones?
City council primarily.
Okay.
Unit Glass. I've been for Craig before. Yeah.
What makes you come out, like, get up early in the morning and hold signs and stand in the commute?
Well, I believe that local politics can have an effect on how we live our day-to-day lives. Definitely.
Great. And next, sorry, what was your name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. Next to Alyssa, we've got Susan Upchurch, District Director for Efren Carrillo and avid supporter of Linda Hopkins. Susan, why are you supporting Linda? What is it about her as a candidate?
She's young, energetic. She has good ideas. The 5th District is a huge district with a lot of unincorporated communities. I know how many hours a week you have to work to represent it, and I think Linda's willing to do the hard work. She's got great ideas, great educational background, and I like her. She's nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what is, do you see any parallels between how she has campaigned and how that would translate into how she might represent the
I think
5th?
she's put forward policy ideas and
Confusing, I know.
and solutions that, speak to me at least. And I think she'll continue to work hard. She held a lot of town halls. She did a lot of voter outreach. She came from, nobody knowing who she was to doing, finishing in the primary. So I'm just very hopeful about her.
That's great. Thank you so much, Susan.
You're welcome.
We just heard from, I did already. We just heard from Susan Upchurch. Susan is the District Director for Sonoma County Supervisor Efren Carrillo, and she has been working for one of the candidates for 5th District Supervisor, Linda Hopkins. We are going to walk here and cross the street and talk to some more supporters. Good morning. So we've got another Noreen Evans supporter here. Let's talk to, sorry, what was your name again?
Robert Harkavy.
Robert, talk to me why you're supporting Noreen Evans for 5th District Supervisor.
Well, because she's been supporting me for the last 21 years. She's smart, she's energetic, she understands the problems with the coast. She's supporting the beach access. She's a low-cost, affordable housing supporter, and that's very important. The price of housing people being priced out. We have walking precincts. We have seen person after person being evicted from their home with U-Haul trailers, and they're leaving the county. They can't afford to live here anymore, and these are just working people. So we need to provide housing for these people. We need to get our homeless people off the street. We need to get our homeless people off the street. And And that is what Noreen supports, and that's what's so important. The sun is bright.
That's all right.
It's election day, and this is all over, and we're going to win.
Any thoughts on the presidential race, on the national race?
Oh, gosh.
Do you see any crossover between what's going on locally and nationally?
I'd rather not make that comparison, even though it's very easy to look at a Trumpian-type campaign that's been waged by New York investment bankers, by Eric Honenschaffer, and by Rob Mulder.
Got a great, thank you so much. We got lots of traffic here this morning, but people are honking their horns and showing their support for some of the local candidates. I'm going to cross the street here. As Susan mentioned a moment ago, Linda Hopkins, one of the candidates for the Board of Supervisors, was the top vote getter in the June primary. That's what she was referring to. Across the street here, talk to some more supporters. We've got a couple more Linda Hopkins supporters here. Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Talk to me. I'm Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat. Talk to me about why you're supporting Linda this election day.
Let's see.
A lot of reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Linda's got the experience at the local level to be able to handle the supervisor job. She's been a consistent, long-time advocate for diversified agriculture. She's consistently come out against GMOs and pesticides. And I think that that's a model that we need to adopt wholeheartedly here in Sonoma County.
How about you?
A lot of reasons, but mostly housing. I've got a lot of friends that don't, have affordable housing or have rent hikes, and a lot of out of the box proposals like granting units, changing the permitting process to allow for smaller action now as opposed to a larger plan, which she has also, but just the willingness to take charge in new and creative ways. I really appreciate that about her.
What brings you guys out here to stand on the corner during the morning commute?
Democracy.
Smart policies.
Yeah, that's great. And any thoughts about the crossover or anything about the national race, the presidential race?
I think California is pretty well decided, and hopefully Sonoma County will be as well.
It's going to be a monumental evening tonight with Hillary.
There's another supporter here. Let's cross the street and talk to her. Good morning. Hi. I see you're supporting Noreen Evans, and you were just saying something. What were you saying?
You were asking about tonight and translating into the national election, and I said it's going to be a monumental night when we have our first woman president. I couldn't be more excited and proud. I'm sticking with Noreen also because of expertise and experience. That's why I'm for Noreen, and that's why I'm for Hillary.
Great. Thank you so much. We're gonna walk downtown Sebastopol a little bit further. There's a couple more crowds on the next intersection. We just heard from supporters of both candidates running for the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors, Linda Hopkins and Noreen Evans. It's election day across the county, but really people have been voting here and across the country for weeks. But today's the big day. Today's the final push, and the excitement is palpable. It's a little bit sort of waning now, but throughout the morning commute, people have been blowing their horns and waving signs. You can hear that right there. No question it's election day in Sonoma County. We've got here a couple more supporters of Linda Hopkins. She's got big diamond-shaped signs all across the 5th. Noreen's got a bunch of signs downtown Sebastopol as well. Good morning. I'm Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat, and I'm just talking to people about why you're supporting Linda today.
Well, I think she's got a lot of integrity and a fresh voice. I know that a lot of people say that, but I've seen it in action.
Great, and how about you?
She's extremely smart, has spent her time in a positive way trying to find solutions for Sonoma County. I think she relates to all people. She's really engaged young people, so I think she'll do a great job.
Great, and what brings you guys out here to stand in the sort of bristly morning commute?
I just remind people to vote.
Yeah, that's great.
also get an eye-to-eye connection. It's surprising, you know, you get a real, it's sort of a microcosm of human nature. You see people going to work, some are overwhelmed, some are drinking their coffee. But I think most people look and engage, you know, we get some thumbs ups and we get some thumbs down. But I think it's important that as human beings we realize this is an important day for the entire nation as well as our little county here.
Yeah, and so any thoughts about the national race?
I think we'll all think that they'll be glad when it's over, right?
Yes.
Great. Well, thanks, you guys. Have fun morning.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
We are here downtown Sebastopol, really just getting a glimpse of the final push of the campaign. Local campaigns for City Council, Sonoma County Supervisor. We've got here dueling campaigns, Linda Hopkins and Noreen Evans, as you can see. The corners are they're pretty bustling. Throughout the 5th District today in Guerneville, in Roseland, here in Sebastopol, people are really showing their support for either candidate, for Linda Hopkins or Noreen Evans. There's signs for a local proposal to ban genetically modified seeds and organisms. So we see yes on Measure M signs being floated around. We're gonna cross here and talk to a couple more supporters before I head to the polls and talk to voters. We've got a Noreen Evans supporter that we've already heard from, so let's hear from one of the Linda Hopkins supporters. Got a sign here saying Linda Hopkins for supervisor. Linda listens. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat, and I'm just trying to talk to people about, why are you supporting Linda today?
I think that she's energetic, she is very smart, and she's going to represent our district well. She understands all the issues affecting the district, including how diverse we are.
And what are your thoughts on what you're seeing today on the horns and just the bustle?
I think it's a great morning. Absolutely great morning.
That's great. And here we've got John Lowry.
Hi.
John, good morning.
Hi.
I'm Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat.
Hi, Angela. How are
Hi.
you? Nice to meet you finally.
It's good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you in person. John, talk to me about why you're supporting Linda.
Well, I've been supporting Linda. I'm impressed with her understanding of the issues, her sincerity, her drive, her eagerness, her intellectual curiosity. I think she's great, and as you know, my background is housing, and I'm convinced that she has a better understanding and is willing to make some of the tough choices that we're going to need to get more affordable housing in Sonoma County.
Great. Thanks so much, John.
Thank you.
Have a good morning.
Thank
Happy
you.
Election Day.
Yeah, you too.
Again, Angela Hart with the Press Democrat. I'm downtown Sebastopol. Just getting a glimpse of what the support, what Election Day looks like in Sonoma County. We're going to cross the street here again before I head to the polls.
Yeah, no, I think to do that, a lot of two-thirds vote. We're going to be thrilled on the ballot.
Always.
Good for you. Enjoy.
Have a good day. Got a couple Noreen supporters. Let's actually talk to a couple more Noreen supporters before we head back.
Thanks, Angela, for doing the turf here.
Oh yeah, of course. It's fun this morning.
I met you at one of the town halls a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
Deborah Newby.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I recognize your name.
Yeah,
it's good to see you again.
Yeah, same here. Enjoy the reporting, and it's good to get out in the field, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It's
That's
a fun
what
day.
reporting's about, you know. Kind of a big day.
It is.
Yeah.
Talk to a couple of Linda Hopkins supporters, but let's talk to the supporter of Noreen Evans. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Angela. I'm with the Press Democrat.
Oh, yeah, I know who you are, Angela.
You do? Good. Well, talk to me about why you're supporting Noreen today.
I'm supporting Noreen. She has lots of experience. She has done so much for the county and the 5th District. She's lived in the county for 33 years. I really believe in a lot of what she stands for. Strong environmentalist, protecting the coast. She's been out there walking with us on the trails years ago when it wasn't popular to protect the coast. Not a buzzword or a soundbite, but really doing the work. You know, because my husband was the executive director of Coast Walk for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
He led all the hikes. She came out there with us, you know, and she wasn't looking for name recognition just because she believed in it. And I strongly support the rent control in Santa Rosa. And I am a landlord myself.
Does it seem like rent control is playing a factor in the local county race?
I hope it does. I don't know.
Why?
But I really hope it, because I think we need it. People can't afford places to live. You know, and like I said, I'm a landlord. But they really can't. I mean, you shouldn't expect the tenant to pay your mortgage. You have to make a profit, which we are, just because the market says, okay, you can get this. It's crazy.
Have you been active in politics throughout Sonoma County, like throughout the past elections?
Every election we come out. I've been living here for 34 years, and we're active in every local city council race that comes, mostly in Sebastopol.
Why is that important to you?
Because I love where I live. I'm willing to pay more to live in a place that has a good quality of life. And I don't want to see more vineyards. I don't want to see the expansion of vineyards. I want the vineyards to adhere to the rules. Currently, there are 64 vineyards in this county that have events that don't have permits. I think we all have to live by the rules, and I think they have to live by the rules, and they don't want to. A lot of the people supporting the other candidate does not want to live by the rules.
So I'm hearing from you lots of concern about expanding wine industry, about the cost of living here and affordable housing. There's been a lot of talk in this race about who is funding each candidate's campaigns. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are that the people who are supporting the other candidate, I don't know why they're pouring hundreds of thousands of dollars into her campaign. I don't think it's because she's an organic farmer. You know, I really don't. Money from New York, from Dyson, to the tune of $44,000. You know, why did Boleto give her $28,000? What's that about? I think it's pretty clear that the people who are supporting her, and Koenigshofer is noted for big development. You know, I mean, he is the vice president of special projects for the Rado Group, who are now owing $13.4 million because of their infractions. You know, Preservation Ranch, we fought that one with them. You know, Cal Pers pulled out, so it kind of fell apart, you know. But I think the people who are backing our opponent, I don't know why. I think it's very clear, black and white. Why are they giving her all that money? Not because she's growing organic carrots.
And I'm hearing from you also that experience is really important in terms of your support for Noreen.
Very important. And the other candidate has never even sat on a school board. And this is one of the most challenging jobs in the county. Goes all the way up to Sea Ranch.
What was your name again?
Brenda Nichols.
Brenda.
Call it the Brenda effect.
Yeah.
Brenda, it was nice to meet you this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for the time.
Angela. Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Okay, take care. We just heard from a woman, Brenda Nichols, as we heard, strong Noreen Evans supporter. She talked about her support for Noreen because she has experience. She's lived in the county, Brenda said, for decades, and she talked about her years of experience on the Santa Rosa City Council and in the State Assembly and the State Senate, where she stepped down in 2014. We also heard Brenda talk about money flowing into this race from New York, and a local vintner named John Dyson, former deputy mayor of New York, who has given Linda Hopkins money for her campaign, as well as significant amount of campaign cash to an independent campaign supporting her. So that's what she was referring to there. She also talked about Boleto. She was referring to John Boleto, another local vintner who has a vineyard and winery in Sonoma County, West County. We're walking here downtown Sebastopol, just getting a glimpse of the morning commute, the election day bustle. One more corner before we head to the polls.
God bless you, ma'am.
Got here, you can see support for both of the candidates for the 5th District seat on the Sonoma County Board of Supervisors. We've got support for Linda Hopkins, and over here we've got support for the other candidate, Noreen Evans. We're going to cross the street here before I head to the polls and talk to voters.
No, we never did.
Thanks for watching. Again, Angela Hart, reporter with the Press Democrat. I'm headed to the polls. I'm gonna head to the Sebastopol Center for the Arts to talk to voters. Then I will be in Roseland before making my way to the Democratic Party headquarters in Santa Rosa. Happy Election Day, Sonoma County.